Come on, come on. Hey, how are you, Marcus?
Yeah, well, good, thank you.
Good. Where are you from, Marcus?
The Isle of Man, Douglas on the Isle of Man.
Well, look at the legs, kid. What do you think?
Bigger than yours.
I know there, but you know, size isn't everything. They say size doesn't matter, Marcus. All right, I don't know, but there you go. Hey, you
They were lying.
Hey, I tell you what, look at this. You brought the weather too, didn't you?
Yeah, it's not often you say that from the Isle of Man. You know, we have a bit of a funny climate. A bit like here, it tends to be always sunny up north and a bit rubbish everywhere else. So.
And did you enjoy last night? Are you looking forward to tomorrow? What's the latest with your team yourself? How do you feel?
Yeah, so I joined a team called WH Racing this year, and it's fantastic to be a part of a team like them. They share the same philosophy as me: work hard, play hard, and everything's going really well. Yesterday I finished 13th in the stock race and 15th in the superbike race, and you know, with the calibre of riders on the grid, I'm very happy with where we are.
Yeah, we were talking to Paul Jordan, he was disappointed to be in the top 10, and yet whenever you look at the calibre of the lineups, we were just talking about it to Steve, like there's real quality in every single race. Whenever you look at the grid, I tell you what, it's a tough grid, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's a fierce grid, there's no doubt about it. You know, you're racing against the best in the world, and look, a top 10 at the Northwest would be fantastic. This is only my second Northwest, and last year I crashed at the Macroboy chicane, so I'm just sort of building back into things at the minute because I'm struggling riding in a group with the way that I had a crash last year was to do with the slipstream and another rider sort of sucking me in, so just struggling a little bit with being in a group, so I'm kind of happy on my own, but it'll come.
But I tell you what, you were a newcomer last year, and now this is your second year. How did he do? He was meant to be looking after the newcomers. Well, was he good or was he a wee bollocks, or what was he like? Well, he is a wee bollocks, but what was he like?
Be honest.
Be honest, go on, just tell the people, was he any good or not?
Yeah, Steve's fantastic, you know. He's fantastic. He also does a great enduro tour in Spain, so if anyone wants in on that.
Do you see the rest of your answer? He didn't hear it. All he heard was Steve's fantastic, isn't it? And look, what I tell you, I often talk about the fans, and we looked at the pictures provided by BBC all over. Thousands of people out there supporting this fantastic event. It's a magnificent event. Some night of man, you'll appreciate the Northwest for us because you would know what it's like over there.
Yeah, 100%. You know, like that's why I love being involved with the Northwest because, as you say, it's a fantastic event. The racing is, I think the racing is a bit secondary to the event sometimes. You know, it's brilliant.
Don't be saying that.
I think it is a little bit.
Well, you Danny Coy's last
I think
night,
the Anchor's the main event, but look, it's brilliant. The event that Mervyn and the team put on, it's fantastic, and the racing is fantastic as well. The TT and the Northwest are two completely different things. You know, obviously TT is against the time. Northwest, it's elbow to elbow, bar to bar. So, yeah, they're two different things, and both have very different specialities.
You were just saying a little bit earlier, you know, about obviously a moment last year, you know, jumping off and so on, coming back, and maybe a little bit nervous in that environment with a lot of riders, and you know, it's taking you a little bit of time to get your foot back in the door. But I know this year, Josh mentioned it, you know. It seems to be really dusty this year, which you can't do anything about. The roads have been swept and swept and swept, taking the newcomers around. I could hardly see them in the mirrors. Is that part of the negativity, you know, when you're going around, when you're in a big crowd?
Well, first of all, I didn't jump off, I fell off, you know, I didn't intentionally come off the bike. But yeah, the first practice, Dean and Nathan come past me actually through Macroboy, and then on the way down to Metropole, I could just see dust. I couldn't see them. But no, look, if it wasn't dust, you'd be complaining about the rain, so I'm quite happy, you know, the dust can be cleared, and it was much better last night, once the bikes have been through a few times. Wednesday was particularly bad, and maybe a bit Thursday morning, but I think the Super Twins sorted that out, and yeah, it's fine now.
Are your race bikes more reliable than your dirt bikes?
I hope your
Marcus, just
Northwest are more reliable than your tours. How is your man? Is he okay?
He's alright, he's fit.
Well, look, I tell you what, it's your second year here, and I hope that it's going to be many, many years that you come here to grace us with your presence at the Briggs Equipment Northwest 200, because Without the likes of you, we really have no events, so we appreciate you coming in. Ladies and gentlemen, come on. He knows what it's all about.
Thank you, cheers.
So appreciate the Mark. Marcus, you're gonna sign a few autographs tonight? Yeah, thank you very much. God bless. Good luck. Next up.